She didn't mean to cry, not tonight, not on the cold tiles of the Brooklyn Bridge where the New York skyline shimmered like 100 unanswered questions. But tears slipped anyway, warm against the icy wind. And when she finally turned to walk away, determined to leave everything behind, a hand gently closed around her wrist. "Don't go," he whispered. "Not like this." Maya froze. The bridge hummed under her feet as cars rushed past, but the world felt impossibly still. She had promised herself she'd be strong. She had promised she wouldn't let love weaken her again. Yet here she was, standing at the edge of a goodbye she didn't want to say. Just hours earlier, the evening had begun softly. Maya and Ethan had walked through Dumbo, hands brushing, hearts touching, the city glowing gold around them. They had been together for nearly a year, messy at times, chaotic, but real. Ethan was patient, gentle, the type who listened deeply. Maya was fire, passion, stubborn honesty. They balanced each other until life interfered. Their biggest challenge began when Ethan received an opportunity of a lifetime, a photography contract that would send him traveling for a year. Maya supported him, or at least she tried. But deep down, fear gnawed at her. Fear of being abandoned again. Fear of loving someone only to watch them disappear like everyone else had. She didn't tell him the full truth, and silence slowly became the wedge between them. Tonight was the breaking point. Ethan had accidentally found the packed suitcase she kept hidden under her bed, a sign she never admitted to herself, proof she was preparing to leave before he could leave her. He confronted her gently, but she panicked. Words spilled, sharp and defensive, and he finally said the words she always feared, "Maybe you don't trust me enough to stay." That sentence shattered her. They walked in silence until they reached the Brooklyn Bridge, the night heavy with hurt. Maya's chest tightened with a pain she couldn't swallow. Ethan stood there, waiting, pleading for honesty, but all she managed was, "Maybe we're just not meant to work." Then she turned. She tried to walk away. She tried to be brave. But love stopped her, literally. Because Ethan didn't let go of her wrist. Not roughly, not forcefully, just enough to make her feel chosen, enough to make her stop running from everything she truly wanted. Ethan stepped closer, his voice trembling. "You keep trying to walk away before anything can hurt you. But I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to love you. And I need you to believe that." Maya felt a tear fall, then another. "What if you go and never come back? What if you forget me?" He shook his head. "I won't forget you. I chose you. Every day, I choose you. But I can't keep proving myself to a fear you never talk about." The wind brushed their faces as she swallowed the truth she had avoided for months. "I'm scared," she whispered. "Scared of being left again. Scared of waiting for someone who won't return." Ethan gently lifted her chin. "Then let me show you I'm not going anywhere, whether I'm across the world or standing right here." Her breath hitched. The honesty she had feared suddenly felt like freedom. All her walls trembled, and slowly, they cracked. The city lights glowed against Ethan's eyes as he continued, "You're not losing me. You're growing with me. And I want you by my side, no matter where the world takes me." For the first time in months, Maya let herself inhale fully. She let her heart feel instead of run. And her voice softened. "I don't want to walk away. I just didn't know how to stay without losing myself." "Then stay as you are," he said. "I don't need perfect. I just need you." A sudden gust of wind swept through the bridge, carrying away the heaviness that had wrapped around them. Slowly, Maya stepped into him, resting her forehead against his chest. He held her, firmly, warmly, like he had been waiting for this moment to bring her back to herself. Minutes passed. Cars hummed. The city breathed. And Maya realized she didn't want to imagine a life without him, not anymore. Their challenges didn't magically disappear that night. They still had fears to face, habits to unlearn, truths to share. But something shifted. They promised to communicate honestly, to stop assuming the worst, to fight for each other instead of fighting their fears alone. Ethan agreed to shorten his travel schedule where he could. Maya agreed to talk openly whenever anxiety tried to push her into silence. They walked off the bridge hand in hand, not as two broken people, but as two imperfect hearts choosing each other despite the uncertainty. Weeks later, on the same bridge, under a sky full of stars, Ethan pulled Maya close. Remember when you tried to walk away, he teased softly. She smiled. And you stopped me. He kissed her forehead. I'll always stop you, not to hold you back, but to hold you through it. Maya closed her eyes, feeling safe, grounded, loved, and ready to embrace whatever came next. Love hadn't been easy for them. It demanded courage, honesty, vulnerability. But they learned that real love doesn't chain you. It comforts your fears. It stands beside you when your world shakes. It teaches you that sometimes walking away feels easier, but staying is what truly transforms you. And as the lights of New York shimmered around them, Maya finally knew one truth with absolute clarity. She hadn't been stopped by a hand on her wrist. She had been stopped by love, strong enough to hold her, brave enough to wait for her, and real enough to change her life forever.